Hello everyone, welcome to this week's weekly market view for Monday, the 1st of April 2024 to Friday, the 5th of April 2024. My name is Vishal. Let's get started. All right, so let's start with the Nifty chart. And as you can see, we are going to start from the monthly chart. It's a new month, the beginning of a new financial year. So hopefully it brings great luck for all the aspiring traders and investors. So let's see how this year goes. But if you look at the monthly candle now, the monthly candle has opened and we have opened gap up. If you go on to the weekly chart, we are more or less coming close to test these all-time highs over here. And that is where possibly right now Nifty is facing a little bit of resistance. And if you look at the daily chart, this is exactly where the Nifty is, right? So we had a strong reaction on Thursday before the markets close for the long weekend holiday. And now we are again seeing a little bit of a sell-off coming. So unless and until 22,535 breaks to the upside, probably Nifty might tend to just remain a little range bound, or it might start retracing back to the downside. On the smaller time frame, as we can clearly see, we had this this entire area of supply, which was within the weekly. We already had a first reaction. Now we have a second reaction, so prices have gone in a little bit deeper. And this is where the retail traders and investors have to be a little careful because a lot of buyers may tend to get trapped into this area. All right, so just be a little careful unless and until once 22,535 gets taken out to the upside, then more or less it's a clear indication that the markets want to move with a strong momentum to the upside. But till then, just be a little cautious at these current levels. Let's move on to the next market here. We're going to look at Nifty Bank. So let's look at Bank Nifty. And let us start off with the monthly chart on the Bank Nifty. Let's remove all the tools here. So on the Bank Nifty on the monthly chart, this level of demand held pretty nicely. We had a strong move and now we are continuing to see that move to the upside. And if you go on to the weekly chart, we are in this area here. But this is an area from where the prices have already come down once. So we are retesting this area and eventually, or hoping that this area will eventually get taken off. Right now, we have again gapped up on the Bank Nifty. And if you look at this overall area, we had these lower highs. And then we had these higher lows indicating that the market is in an uptrend. And now if you look at this gap level over here, this is probably a retest, or we are coming into this area once again. Any push to the upside, we might get a reaction from this level. So again, very similar to the Nifty, the 21,500 level is going to be crucial. So 48,340 level on the Bank Nifty is also going to be very, very crucial for any momentum to the upside. If we, let's see if we can go on to smaller time frames here. So let's go on to an intraday time frame. Let's go to a 125-minute chart. Yeah, and on the 125-minute chart, there is this one area over here from where the prices have given a strong reaction. So 47,800 to 47,981 might be the first stop for Bank Nifty. After that, if it continues to move up, then it's more likely that it will probably try and move to the upside. And as you can clearly see over here, the Bank Nifty has also created a very strong support around 44,800 to 900 order. So this is going to act as a strong support, and we are approaching a strong resistance on the Bank Nifty. Let's move on to the next index now. We are going to be looking at the Nifty Financial Services. So let's go here. So let's start with the monthly chart on the Nifty Financial Services. And let's remove all the tools here. So we'll start fresh and clean. So if you look at the monthly chart on the FinNifty also, prices are respecting this monthly level of demand. So higher time frame demand is indicating that prices want to push to the upside. But again, we are coming very, very close to this resistance point here. If you look at the weekly chart, just like the Bank Nifty, we are coming into this area of resistance, 21,286 to 21,626. Again, unless and until a clear close about 21,626 levels, only that will indicate that FinNifty also wants to move to the upside. So it's going to be a matter of time. Eventually, probably some news. And we also know that this week, this Friday, we have the RBI credit policy announcement. So any surprise from that could lead to a rally. So let us see if Nifty and both Bank Nifty rally and probably bring the price to fill towards this gap. Eventually, this gap is most likely to get filled. We just don't know when. But it seems like probably news is going to be the element to push the price towards 21,340 odd levels. All right. Let's now move on to the mid cap select. So let's go to mid select. All right. So if you look at the monthly chart of mid cap, let's remove all the tools here. So mid cap has been in a strong trend to the upside. The closest level of demand is sitting right here, which is far away from the current market price. Right now, we are seeing a consolidation. And we did have this monthly candle close or trying to close below this, but it failed to do that, indicating that maybe the mid cap Nifty wants to continue to push to the upside. We have this weekly level of demand, rally-based rally, which is a tested level, and prices came very, very close to this level, but did not fill. And now we are again trying to push to the upside. If you look at the daily chart, we do have supply sitting over here from this area right up to this area. So it'll be interesting to see if any push in the market can bring the prices back to the supply zone, and if the price reacts from this area and starts moving to the downside, right? So we have this level over here, which doesn't have any base, but it's a pretty strong level. Again, 10,000 being a whole number. So we might expect to see mid cap Nifty either range bound or then trying to push to the upside. So maybe kind of a neutral to bullish view on the mid cap select. Let's now move on to the next market. We are going to be looking at the currency markets, and we're going to be looking at USD INR. So if you look at USD INR now, let's start off with the monthly chart. So on the monthly chart, we saw a push to the upside, USD INR probably breaking all time highs. And then in the week prior to that, we saw this gap down. If you look at the daily chart now, we are just consolidating over here. There is a level of demand, and seems more or less likely that someday or the other, this zone or this area is more likely to get filled, and prices are likely to continue to the upside. So it's going to be interesting to see if the USD INR continues to push to the upside, then how does Nifty, Nifty, Mid Cap Nifty, and let's say all the other indices, how do they start moving? Do they try to move opposite of USD INR, or more or less they try to move in line with USD INR? Let's look at the heavyweights now. We are going to start off first with Reliance. So let us see how Reliance has opened for the month of April. And again, Reliance, if you look at the monthly chart now, pretty positive. Maybe a little bit of a negative opening today, but on the monthly chart, it's indicating a lot of positiveness. If you look at the weekly, we are in this picture of supply right now, but there is a nice level of demand which is created on the weekly chart. So any kind of corrective move or a pullback towards these levels will indicate more buying pressure on Reliance. And right now, clearly seeing that we are in this daily supply zone. So we have strongly moved into this daily supply zone, and now we are seeing a little bit of reaction. So what is going to be interesting to see now is whether Reliance is going to possibly drag down the Nifty. We are seeing a little bit of pressure today on the Nifty after moving up. It's unable to move up further. And maybe that could be one of the reasons that Reliance is into this area of supply. Let us see if on the smaller time frames, if we are getting some kind of a signal, maybe if we go to the 5-minute chart just to see if we are seeing a little bit of a reversal pattern on Reliance. Let's load the 5-minute chart. Just wait for the chart to load here. Yeah, so on the 5-minute charts, definitely we are seeing some reversal patterns. Let's go to a 15-minute chart, maybe. Yeah. So what has happened is that Reliance has hit a higher time frame supply, and on the 15-minute chart, there is this fresh level of supply which has been created on Reliance. So any push into this area will lead to a more fall, and possibly we might see this gap getting filled on Reliance eventually. All right. So just be a little watchful on Reliance because Reliance could be the one reason which could drag the Nifty today. Let's move on to the next heavyweight. We are going to be looking at HDFC Bank. Let's look at HDFC Bank. So let us start off with a monthly chart for HDFC Bank. So the month for HDFC Bank has started on a positive note. We have had a gap up opening. Again, we are straight into this monthly level of demand. Like I said, that we need to keep a close watch on the higher time frames. The higher time frames are going to be dictating where the next move of the market is going to be. And we are more or less now seeing that the markets are trying to do a little bit of a breakout on HDFC Bank. So any kind of news could accelerate HDFC Bank. We do have a resistance level around this area. Every time the prices come into this area, we are seeing they are just consolidating. So any break above 1500 levels will probably indicate a strong move to the upside, and probably 1652 to 1682 is the level we could see that the prices could reach on HDFC Bank eventually. All right, so this is it from me for this week. I hope you enjoyed the analysis, and if you like our analysis, please hit the subscription button and become a member of the Sher Khan Education channel. And if you have any valuable comments, please mention those in the comment section. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.